the sit and reach test. The industry standardized reach for your toes and blame it on the hamstrings when you can't test. Hopefully, using the skeleton, you can better see what's all involved with trying to reach your fingertips to your toe tips. Right now, between the fingertips and the toe tips, how many joints are there between the two? How many muscles? How many ligaments? How many tendons? The answer is all of them. So when you're reaching for your toes, why do the hamstrings get the blame if you can't? Why do the hamstrings get the credit if you can? There are so many more factors in reaching your fingers to your toes. You have all the toes, you have the ankle, you have the knees, the hips, the pelvis, all the spine, the rib cage, the neck, even the scapula, all involved in trying to reach one point of the body to the other. Now typically in a sit and reach, most people want to pull their toes up thinking it's going to make it easier to actually reach their toes. But what that does is it puts tension on the back of the calf, back of the hamstrings, the entire back side of the body for that matter, and it prevents you from forward flexing. So if I dorsiflex, toes up, and I reach, I can go so far, but as soon as I plantar flex, I can go a lot further. Also, breath. When I breathe in, the lungs fill up the rib cage expands, which extends the spine, and again that prevents you from forward flexion. So breathing in versus breathing out changes your ability to forward flex. Then there's shoulder protraction and retraction. If I leave the feet neutral and just breathe normal and keep retracted, I can only reach about mid-shin. But all I do is protract and I can reach my toes. Again, none of that motion came from the hamstrings, that was all from the shoulders. And then you have your cervical spine. If I forward flex, chin to chest, and reach, the tension on the back of the neck creates tension down the spine, and again preventing me from forward flexing. If I look up, I can reach further. So again, there's a lot more involved than the hamstrings when you sit and reach. So again, why do the hamstrings get the blame if you can't touch your toes, and why do they get the credit if you can? Now there are more exercises that can be done that are discussed in the book Stretching Revolution, as well as the website movemethodology.com, and that's for the motion-oriented vital exercise program. But the question must be still asked, why do you expect something to relax that you're making work? So this tube that I have attached to the back of the knee, under the butt, up to the back of the head, when you lean forward, all these muscles pull tight. And as soon as you reach forward of the midline, gravity now pulls your body down more, making these muscles work more. And the further you lean forward, the more you're making them work, but yet you're still asking them to relax, and you cannot do both. So again, in the Stretching Revolution, we discussed turning the force around so you can actually get what you're wanting, muscles to relax, and your effort to actually go together. You only have one body. You should respect it and stop following the mindless tradition, the old-fashioned, the outdated, pull it till let's go mentality. There are better ways to do it, and I discuss those again in Stretching Revolution and the movemethodology.coms.